So, I hope you can hear me. I know I probably look like E.T. right now because I brought this surf hoodie the other day from the beach, and we're currently just outside of Tisnet. Steffi's over there eating, laughing at me making this video. Anyway, I just thought I'd do a little video because I said I'd do one every Sunday. Now, my laptop's out of battery, so I don't have the editing software to put all the videos together and put some music over the top of it. But just to give you a rundown of what we've been up to this week, we entered Morocco on Tuesday and we headed south as quickly as possible. We made a few stops along the way. The events this week, there's some dogs outside and I can't get over how big my ears are here. The biggest events this week have been surfing and markets. We've loved all the markets that we've been to. Marrakesh seemed pretty expensive, but it's Marrakesh. There's so many people flying in there. Tourism's huge. It's the #1 destination, I guess, in Morocco that people fly to, so it's understandable. The prices are a little bit more expensive than they are in Europe, but I'm going to do a full rundown on that and a video that includes some videos and some photos of Marrakesh. As you'd expect, there's snake charms there. Unfortunately, it was really sad that there were monkeys on chains. But the actual city was really beautiful. It was walled, and yeah, it was a really nice experience for both of us. After that, we headed south and we went to meet Patrick. The journey out of Marrakesh was extremely exciting, and I'm gonna chuck that movie in here. There was a little section that I did on the road, so I'm gonna play that now. Saw that anyway. Yeah, so we left Marrakesh, and then as we were leaving, the fuel gauge was reading 100 and it was like 190 miles in the tank, and we had 160 miles I think to go until we met Patrick. So doing my maths, I thought we had more than enough in the tank, but then the sat-nav took us on like a 20-mile detour. So at one point we were going up and down hills, and it was beautiful, it was really nice. And as we were driving through all these little villages, the children were waving and it was great, and we saw some donkeys and loads of different things on the way down. But as we started hitting more and more hills, the mileage started coming down and down and down. So at one point we had like 120 miles to go and like 90 miles left in the tank, so I was really panicking. It was obviously my own fault, but I was just like neutral all the way as much as possible, and then trying to, like, when it was safe, just letting it freewheel right down the hill so we could get up the next hill coming up. And we were coming, so we knew where the petrol station was, and it said we still didn't have enough on the trip computer, and as we started to come into the town we got pulled by the police, which they always do. They pull you everywhere here, but they're really friendly with tourists. If they pull you over, you'll think you're getting stopped by them, and then they just let you go again. So it's great. They don't really bother you. They just want to check that you're English or German. Just want to check that, I don't know, maybe your vehicle's not being stolen. But they've been really nice. We haven't been pulled over once, apart from the speeding ticket I got the other day, and I'll cover that in a minute. So yeah, we were rolling down, we got stopped by the police, and at this point I'm on 0 kilometers, and after they checked that we were English and let us go, we rolled into the petrol station. I thought the van was going to cut out, but the second one was open that we pulled up to, and we were actually able to get fuel, which was really nice. But nowhere over here accepts cards, so make sure if you come to Morocco you carry cash, because yeah, cards don't work over here. Money talks, cards walk, something like that. Anyway, the other day we were heading south. We're driving through all these little villages, and I left the village, so I thought, oh, I can speed up now. So I started to speed up, 80 kilometers an hour outside of the village. So I'm sped up. I'm 71, and we'd been flashed like 4 kilometers back, but we'd driven through the village, and I thought everything's fine. There's no police here. I don't know why they were flashing me. Anyway, the next thing I know is there's a police officer walking out in the road to pull us over, and I'd been told in Morocco the fines are super expensive. Well, it turns out they're not really that expensive. One guy was like really sweet, and he was like, oh, English, yeah. Oh, where from in England? The other guy was playing bad cop, so he was like, come with me. So I went to the car, and he shows me this book with 150 dirhams on. Now, anyone that doesn't know, 150 dirhams is probably about £13 in English money, which isn't the end of the world. In England, it's £100 and 3 points. So there's me, like, my heart was racing when they first pulled me over, and all of a sudden, like, I had a moment of relief when I realised I wasn't going to be screwed for the speeding fine. And anyway, I went back to the car, I got my money, went back to the police car, and the guy just like points at the paperwork and does this, and then he gives me 50 dirhams back, so he keeps 100. There's 3 police officers they got shares between. He just took like £8 and then gave me 2 oranges, and then they wished me well on my way. So I got an £8 speeding ticket from 3 police officers and 2 free oranges, which was really nice. We enjoyed the oranges. So if you're the police officers that are watching this, then thanks for the oranges. Yeah, so that was yesterday, and now we are in a place called Sidi Ifni. So it's not the most scenic place in the world. We've just passed, well, we're actually staying next to a rubbish tip. Hang on, I'll chuck a section of that footage in, like here, so you can see that, and that was coming in on the track today. That there is called Dumpster Valley, apparently, and it's full of plastic. So hopefully you saw that one too. So now we're basically next to a harbour. The boats are heading in and out from here, and it's getting dark. I caught a couple of good waves, but as the low tide is happening, the rocks are becoming more and more exposed. So I came in on the board. Anyway, we're going to spend the night here, and I think soon we are going to start heading to a place that's referred to as Van Valley, and it's in Taghazout. I'm going to cover a video soon. There's been loads of comments on a video I put up on Instagram, and people are asking me to cover certain subjects. I'm not going to include that today because I really want my laptop to do that for you, but this is just a video to chuck up there to let you know what we've been up to this week, roughly where we've been. I think so far we've covered just under 1,000 kilometres, but fuel at the moment is around 95, I don't know what it is, cents, but in dirhams it's about 76p a litre or 85 cents if you're in euros, I think. So fuel is ridiculously cheap. The tolls make up for it a little bit on the way south, but again, I'm going to do an entire video on budgeting. So you've seen a little bit of Morocco. I'm also just going to chuck in a section on the goats that we saw this morning. You can see that here. So it's 10 o'clock in the morning, and there's an entire herd of goats coming towards us. And yeah, that's basically it. So I hope this video has been somewhat entertaining, so you know what I'm up to and where I've been this week. Yeah, enjoy the footage of Morocco, and soon enough I will have my laptop charged and I'll be able to do a full video on Morocco and all the different things we've seen. So have a good Sunday evening, give it a like if you like the video, subscribe, there'll be more on Morocco, and ciao, see you later.